And we're live. Hey everybody, Michael here. Welcome in to this video. I'll be showing you today how to reverse engineer traffic to your blog. That'll be the emphasis on this video, right? So you're going to be seeing in a moment how I go ahead and think about the process of getting highly convertible traffic to my website slash blog. Now, why is this very important to you? I remember when I first got started in the blogging SEO game, and it wasn't as wide open. It had been around for some time, and people were already getting momentum in it. And I looked at it as a strategy to grow my affiliate marketing business, but not only that, for a digital marketing agency. So what I did was I would, like many of you did, go to YouTube, go to blog posts, social media, and you read all this content, you get information overload, and then eventually you act on it. And so I put this blog, this website together around the health and wellness space, launched it into the world, and here I am writing blog posts after the next, putting them in drafts, and then publishing them after the editing process. And in the inside, I was like, yes, Google is going to crawl my site. They're going to index it. They're going to put it on the first page. And I'm going to be able to get all this traffic coming to my website. And so that's what I really wanted. And I knew that this was going to be a new way for me to ultimately provide for family and help them do better and also better myself. And so I started doing this process of posting continuously. If it wasn't every day, it'd be at least 2 to 3 times per week. And, I just waited for Google to get me out of that sandbox. And I came across a couple of hurdles, and that was with a few of the algorithm changes. It was with not me posting the right type of content to start with. It was a little bit, was too much feature, less benefit and meaning. It was more about at times. It almost felt somewhat of a hobby blog. And so I wasn't getting the right traffic, or I wasn't getting any at all to any of my posts. So I had to rebound and find new ways to do this. And through the process, I found legitimate training. So just to kind of keep this backstory short, I found actual training that helped me understand how to position myself on the first page of Google. I have many posts now that get a lot of traffic per day, per month. Fortunately, I'm very grateful for that. And so, in that process, when time started to evolve, because I started, early 2017 and there on out, what's happened is there's been a shift. Okay, there's been this shift where Google likes to make changes with their algorithms, and then it also disrupts people's niches. They lose traffic, myself included. And if you have a blog, you would likely know this. If you've been around for some time running one, you've likely run across those algorithm changes. You've been hit. You maybe haven't recovered, but for the most part, you will. It just takes time. From what I'm seeing from the latest algorithm, is that some of my posts are getting more traffic, and then while other ones have completely died, and then the ones that did are starting to resurface, but just little by little. So there's little changes here and there. But without going into those aspects, the purpose of it was, hey, there has to be a way to reverse engineer the process of getting traffic that's still high quality to my blog. And it might not all be search intent, because I know we're all looking for that set it and forget it, right? That passive income thing, the whole, if I put my content on the first page of Google, especially on the first of all the results, I'm going to get the most traffic. And that's a great thing. I'm not saying go away from that. That's what you want ultimately. But why not do something with like a Facebook group? Now, hang here with me. Before I get into the Facebook group, if I hadn't said this, if you're here on the live, let me know in the comment section. Give me like a hashtag live. If you are here on the replay, hashtag replay. I think you know that drill if you've watched me a couple times. And then let me know too, what has been one of your biggest hurdles with either growing a blog or doing your affiliate marketing or any other type of model when it comes to traffic? Are you steady with it? Are you getting consistent leads from it? What is going on? Let me know. I want to be able to help you out. So with the Facebook group, and I'm going to be getting on the share screen in a moment here, I want you to think about, okay, it's a social platform and I can't put my 100% in it. It can be like Google, where it changes its algorithms, where it can go away completely with social. And then what happens? So the point of all this, not only with traffic, but it is to capture traffic and make them a lead. Right? You want to build an email list. The whole purpose of this is to build your email list. And I've said that to many people. People come across to me and they ask me, what do I do? What how this? They want the quick shortcut, right? You want to go from what's the program to join to how and when am I going to make money? Those are the wrong questions to ask. The how and the when, that's one of the most common, it's like small business, affiliate marketing, whatever business model question is how and how much time will it take me to get to that goal? Rather, change your thinking. Ask yourself, what skill sets do I need to be able to get to where I want to get to? See, we all have goals. We all have a different vision. You got to ask yourself, what are the skill sets? And then based upon that, it could reveal the amount of time. It just depends on your efforts, your consistency. Right now, we're looking at more granular, these kind of more personal development details, which I won't cover in this video. So with the Facebook group, let me get into the share screen in a moment. What you can do is reverse engineer the process, and this can work for sending people to a YouTube video, to your YouTube channel, TikTok, whatever it is, right? You can use this huge strategy to leverage sending that somewhat of a primary traffic from what I'm going to show you to your blog and stuff. Because when I see so many people struggling, if you're subscribed on this channel, you know how hard it is to rank posts on Google, let alone get all the traffic you want. It's becoming more difficult. It's still very possible with the hard work ethics. Just before making this live, I already published three posts today. I went through part of the editing process on one. I just had to do a couple of pros and cons on the other one, add pictures to another. But they were published one by one. Within 3 hours, they were all done. So it took me about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes per post from the editing process to the publishing. Okay, so what I want you to know here is I have your back, and you don't have to rely 100% on SEO traffic, right? When you are producing blog posts, what have I and other people have told you? Go and share that on other content, on other websites. So this can be your opportunity to go and share that inside of a Facebook group that you own. Now, let me get into the share screen here. Okay. Before I go full screen, what you're looking at is a bird's eye view of this one framework that I've used, and it's time tested. It works not only for me, but many people that I've shared it with. And it's not this type of a secret, right? Like you would hear in a webinar. Here are my 3 secrets. Number 1, And so what you're seeing here is a very simple, straightforward framework on reverse engineering people to your blog. So if you have the concept of, okay, let me open this here. If you know the concept of, I have to have an email list, I still need to get content published so people can see that, giving people a free lead magnet in exchange so I can build that email list, right? We're reverse engineering. As I'm saying this, you can hear me talking about the reverse process. So if we look at it from a back point of view, at the very end here at the tail, what do we have? We have our blog post, okay? And now from that blog post, how do people get there? Your email list, right? We're not talking right now about how to get search engine optimization traffic. That whole, well, Michael, show me how to do it from Google SEO. No, I have other videos on this channel for that. So if you wanted to see those, go search for them, or I'll leave them in the description below when I have the time. But this is an easy supplemental process that so many people miss to building your email list and being able to offer products you can get paid on. Right? This is a huge one, especially if you're in the health niche. If you're somebody who's like, I can't write about medical terms, or wow, it's so congested and super saturated, even though you can make it just by blogging with an addition of like Pinterest and other sources like Facebook. But this is a great way to monetize, is to build an audience, right? What you're doing in this process is you're doing a couple of things. You're building an audience, one. Two, you're building out a group where people are going to follow you. They're going to rave about you. They're going to share your content. They're going to be seeing your content, especially when they're on your email. And if you post inside of your Facebook group and other mediums, and if people are subscribed to like a blog and your YouTube channel and more, they're going to be getting that content from you. But so many of you want to do the most minimal amount of work, and it gets you nowhere. And you're asking, wow, Michael, like I've been doing this for so long and I've been listening to you, but it's not working for me. Well, are you trying to go from step 1 to step like 100? Did you even go to step 1, 2, 3? No. So then I shouldn't even be here talking to you. Like I shouldn't have to be here to tell you exactly step by step, how to do it. I'm going to point you. I'm not going to give you all the answers. I'm going to give you the help to get there. I'm going to ask you questions like, what are you doing right now that's not working? What are you doing that is working? What would you wish to have seen better? Right now, when we get to that point, then you're going to get a better epiphany on what you should be doing. So if we look at this process, you see the mouse moving over here, blog post. We have the end point, which is a blog post. For this example, this can be a video as well, right? TikTok post, another social media channel, whatever that is. But for this video, we're talking about blog posts. So with this said, what are we doing? We're building our email list. But let's break it down from the very beginning, just so you know what it is I'm talking about, and then we'll start again from the back. So at the beginning, we have this Facebook ad. Right now you're like, okay, well, I got to spend money on a Facebook ad? Seriously? Like, what? I got to spend $100? I thought you were not about spending money on ads. And I'm still not, right? If you're a beginner, I highly recommend you doing free organic traffic. But this is one way that's going to bulletproof you moving forward. And you're going to be able to get momentum so much faster, like you couldn't believe it. Tried this and it works for certain groups that I've grown already. But what you can do here is for just like a $5 a day budget, you can run what's called a Facebook like campaign. So we're going to go ahead and edit this. Facebook like campaign ad. And now to see the full, like how I do it step by step, you want to go see the Facebook ad, the scripts and stuff. I have a video that I recently made for that on this channel. I'll link to it in the description. Actually, let me see if I can link to it right now. I don't want to interrupt and go on a tangent, but I'm on a different window opening up that video so I can get the share link, and I'll put it in the, let me put it in the description here. Just give me one moment. It is detailed as how to grow your Facebook group fast for health affiliate marketing and more niches, ultimate growth strategy revealed. So what I'm giving you right now, I talk about in this video, it's about a 38-minute video. You're like, whoa, that's a long video, make it short. No, what this is gonna give you is everything. Short doesn't cut it for this, okay? So I left it there in the comment section. Hopefully you can see. If not, I'll post it after this live. Okay, so what we're doing here is for just a $5 a day budget, we are going to run a Facebook like campaign from our business ad manager account, not directly from our Facebook business page, which takes me to my next point. What then happens is we have this one ad that's running that says something like, want to learn how to remove your back pain, want to learn how to remove back pain, like this page to learn more, like this page to get more information. Right, we're gonna make just a very simple, straightforward ad like that, speaking out to your audience. Right, want to create clean keto recipe diets, want to create better woodworking skills. I don't know, something like that, right? It can be applied to any niche. So what we do is we have this Facebook like campaign again that we're running. If you're just tuning in, we're going in from running a Facebook ad like campaign where we're going to end up getting people into a Facebook group that will collect an email address through that, and then we can send them these detailed emails, and that will be something that will help you with. But what you're seeing here, the Facebook like campaign ad, we're going to run for just a simple $5 a day. And it doesn't mean you're going to burn through $5 per day. All right. Depending on the the cost per like, it could be, I used to get it very low. I haven't ran it recently because right now Facebook has restricted my account for certain reasons. So this is why I'm not running it. But this does work. I've tried it. It is very proven. I just have other strategies now. But this is one, if you're just getting started out, I would highly recommend, especially if you're relying on that SEO traffic, especially YouTube and stuff, that's kind of like slowing down, but you can still get a lot of reach if you do it right. This is one way to fuel that. This is going to add a lot of fuel to those channels. So what's going to happen for just simple $5, and I'll reiterate that, then we're going to get those likes. We're going to be targeting people in the specific niche you're in. So if you're doing keto, we're going to be targeting people who are interested in that, probably people that follow those types of pages. And we're going to put that ad right in front of them. They're going to like the page / post. Then from what that happens, then you are going to be able to go to your Facebook business page that you created for your niche, and you'll be able to see the people who've liked your page, people who have interacted with it as well if you've been posting. And I have that in the video, like I said, that I posted in the comments. But then what happens is you would invite these people to a group that you have. You're going to create a group. So one of the very first things you want to do is create a Facebook business group around your niche. And then you're going to have a Facebook business page as well for your industry, for your niche. Okay. And then we can start running the ads. So think about it. We're going to have a Facebook group. So it could be something like keto for beginners, keto recipes for beginners, weight loss tips for people over 40, weight loss tips for arthritis sufferers, right? The more specific, the better. Not too general. So it could be removing natural back pain solutions, affiliate marketing for beginners, affiliate marketing with YouTube, stuff like that, right? And the list goes on and on. So we have this Facebook group we've created. We have our Facebook business page running. And then only then should we run our Facebook like campaign for a simple $5 a day ad budget that you likely will not burn through. But you can get high EPCs costing. I used to get them for pennies on the dollar. And nowadays it's kind of gone up, but it's well worth it. You can find some in like the 40 cents and above range per like, which is fine. Because at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're targeting high quality traffic that will eventually like our Facebook business page, and then they're going to be invited by you, and I have that in the other video that shows you how, into a Facebook group, right? And then within this Facebook group, you can see the different arrows here, but I'm going to draw your attention where it says opt-in, right there, okay? So what happens here is you get 3 questions to ask people before they join your Facebook group, right? You can ask them a question like, how did you find this group? So you know, okay, you can track where they were coming from. It could be the Facebook business page that you sent them an invite to. It could be a blog post that you already have, a blog, a YouTube video, and other channels. So you can know that. Number 2, it could be something like, what is the number 1 struggle you are dealing with right now? So you know, okay, how to help that one person out. So then you can, let's say, send them a comment, send them a DM through Facebook or any other channel and speak to them directly because you already know the problem. You can say, hey, I noticed you joined the group and I saw the question. I saw the answer you posted the question 2 about the number 1 problem you're dealing with. Just wanted to know how you're still going along with that. And then you could build that conversation, and it's about building that relationship up at that point. Okay, so then what happens then is number 3, you're going to want to ask for their email address, right? So on number 3, what you're doing is like, hey, enter your email down below to get my 10-step checklist on how to remove your back pain naturally, much faster than anywhere else right now. So they can do something like that, give you their email address. And then what happens is you can take that email and import it into an Excel spreadsheet or put it directly into your email autoresponder. This is where the emailing comes in. Or you can use other tools that I won't get into, like automating when people give you their email address and accepting that. I won't go into that in this video, covers it in the other one. So what happens is when they give you that email, it's kind of like they're opting in. That's why I put this little opt-in. It's not an actual opt-in landing page that they're going to. It's an actual, like, they're just giving you an opt-in, an email. And so then that person here becomes the lead, as you can see. Now you have a lead. So let's back up. So we just started with a Facebook like campaign. We've created our Facebook page before that. We have our Facebook group running that's filled out with details. And I'll leave more information on how to do that down below. And then what happens is when you collect that email with those one of those three questions, they become the lead. Okay. So you built them up through here, and then boom, they're the lead. Okay. And so then what do? You have your email automation system on the back end that's working for you. So let's say you gave them a checklist with our example here. What we're going to do in the first email that we send them, it's going to be here. Here's your checklist, and then we're going to give them some extra information, how you can best help them out, what questions do they have, if so, respond back to this email, and what to expect, how you can get the best help from me. And then maybe a day after that, what we do is then we send them like reiterating the first email, like, hey, did you open up my last email? Just want to let you know that I sent you this checklist on XYZ. Here it is, open it up. Okay. Number 3, then we can hit them with like a story. This could be the email right away, right after, the day after. And then we can hit them with like a, hey, this is where I was. This is the problems that we were dealing with, that I was dealing with. And this is the solution that I got to. Right. And then you can do like a little PS. One of my like little secret things to do, stealth secrets, is to use a PS at the bottom of like my signature, where you like won't give them the actual like link to go and look at that product, but in the PS you're like, by the way, this is what helped me get over my back pain. Boom, they click that link, they can take it over. Email number 4 here, we give them more of an identity shift. This is where we give them like that paradigm shift where we're like, they're still so concerned with what problems they're dealing with, they're not sure if they can get over it, but then you're like, hey, I also thought I couldn't get over things like this, but then once I discovered how blah 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 worked, I found out this was the number one solution to do this, and then you can hit them with the link to your offer. And then you have another one here where they're going to send them emails with more structured posts, and then send them to like the sales page of that affiliate if it's an affiliate product or not. You can do it a different way. And then the other one, from there on out. But what you're seeing here underneath these, let me come back here, is you're getting to also send people to a blog post. And you can also replace this with a video, with another channel, right? We're doing like this SEO stuff. And so what you're doing is, hey, you might be sending them here to a review. Like, hey, instead of just sending them directly to the actual sales page, affiliate sales page, what you can do is pre-frame them even more and send them into a blog post. This is what I do a lot of the time with my content. Instead of directly sending them back to like a thank you / bridge page or the sales page, sending them into a blog post that they haven't seen yet is very, very helpful. It's like the number one thing that I recommend. Not enough people are saying this. More people are saying, hey, just send them the link to your sales page. They're warmed up enough. If they are warmed enough from the beginning, you can. But if not, you can alternatively send them into a blog post, video content, whatever that channel is, that will convey that message and pre-frame them even more. Like, hey, this is real. Like, this is me in a post. This is actually me in a video showing you why this is helpful, how this is helpful, and how you can do it too. And that changes the game even more. That adds more value. Then that can sell the product, and then they can go ahead and click a link, go to that product sales page and make a purchase. If not, you have your other emails here, sending them back again. It could be back to the sales page for this one, to a bridge page, and then so forth. And then there on out, if they buy or not, then you can just sequence them, and you can continuously keep sending them emails, right? We're going to keep sending them blog posts, videos, social media posts, back to our Facebook group, right? So we can do things like, let me add on here, put generic. Now this can be back into, this can be a YouTube video, right? It doesn't only have to be the blog post, it can be a video. And I think I should have used the traffic icon for video. So we can send them into a video. It doesn't have to be exactly YouTube. Just depends again on the intent. I like using YouTube a lot here. Or you can also do other things like sending them into a Facebook video. Okay, if you're liking this video, whether you're here on the live or on the replay, please give this a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Let's go ahead and help this get out to as many people as possible. I'm truly here for your best benefit and at heart. You've likely heard me say that again, but I truly do feel that way. I want to help many of you out as many people did for me. I'm continuously discovering new strategies. This one is just very, very, very helpful, and it's just going to boost your momentum so much faster. If you run a simple Facebook ad like campaign, trust me, it is going to work. Yes, you can do this organically. I talk about other ways. You can go in through other Facebook groups and post, friend request people, talk to them in the DMs. That could take a little bit more time. And then you send them to a Facebook page and then the group. It's a little bit more redundant of steps. So it doesn't always ensure that conversion is going to happen 110%. So yeah, you can do this. This is what I do with my content. Especially if you're a part of my email list, you'll notice that I've sent you to blog posts, you get YouTube videos. Sometimes I'll send you into a Facebook group video on the page, stuff like that, but I mix it, right? It's always being mixed. So you don't have to worry about this like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm ever going to have enough leads, or what if SEO someday, like, I'm not going to say it's going to completely go away. What I'm saying is, what if the algorithms changed and now I'm like left high and dry where a post of mine isn't getting traffic anymore, which was happening to me. And still one of them isn't getting that traffic, but I had to find alternative ways to do this. And one of the ways was a Facebook like campaign. And I had other methods as well through my websites and my videos. But this is a strategy. Just imagine yourself running a simple Facebook ad like campaign for as little as a $5 a day budget. You run it, you launch it, you show people, hey, look, this is what I do. For example, I run a keto group. Do you want to learn how to create fun keto recipes? Learn more by liking this page. Okay. And then once they do that, you have that information of people who have interacted with your page. You then go back and then you find those people who did, you send them all an invite. And then next thing you know, they're joining your group, they're answering the questions, they're giving you their email address. You're able to input these into your autoresponder. You have a nice autoresponder sequence built. Right? We want to have our autoresponder sequence built too before they even become a Facebook group member. Or if they give you you can do it another way, but it's better to be prepared beforehand. Is sending them, they get to your Facebook group, you give them your email address, and then you build out the campaign. But you don't want to do that. Rather, build the campaign out, have the Facebook group, have the page, and then run the Facebook like ad campaign. So you're seeing how the reverse engineer process works here. So let me start from the back. So we're sending them to our content. It can be a blog post here, so you're never running out of that SEO juice, or getting people who have interacted with your blog to not interact anymore. Although people are not in this type of method directly finding you from Google, you are still getting highly relevant traffic. And that's what you want. You want people who are also going to become repeat customers of you. And this is a way to do it. So the blog post, the YouTube, the Facebook group lives, links you're sending them to, and so forth. That's coming all through your email sequence that you've built out, right? We built this email sequence ahead of time. We know the lead magnet we want to give them is, for this example, a checklist. It can be a video series or anything more. And then what we have is the Facebook group running behind that. Then we have a page, and then we have the campaign running, right? We have our traffic getting strategy. This one just happens to be paid, and it's just going to boost, and it's going to help even faster. Okay, so that's what you can do with this type of a method. Let me move out of the screen here. Okay, so you got to see the methods here that you can use to get an email list built. So the whole point of this video is to show you how to build an email list. And this is just the one of many ways that's going to also fuel traffic to your content, such as a blog post. For many of you who are just getting started or have a blog and are like, well, how do I get more visitors or how do I get more quality traffic to it? Think about this process. Not enough people do. A lot of people who come into the blogging world, it'll take time for your post to get ranked. And in the meantime, that's why I always recommend having one free organic strategy. Something like SEO would be helpful. It could be YouTube, it could be a blog. Have a social media channel that you can also focus on for free traffic, and then have one paid strategy. So you can combine, for this example, a blog with a paid Facebook like ad strategy campaign using maybe Facebook ads for other purposes in the future. But for this, we're focusing on just that. And then you have free traffic strategies from Facebook that you're posting, right? If you don't like to post on your newsfeed, I'm like one of these people who doesn't typically post on the feed because I'm focused on other channels. But I'm also using my group. So you can go post inside of your Facebook group, right? Go post the content that you made on your blog. And what's happening is you're fueling people who are going to want to follow you. Groups are very big. Build an audience. Don't be this anonymous person. Like, I was thinking this last night. What if people want to stay anonymous? Like, can I just build something and be anonymous? And while that is possible, I did it for some time. Many people do. Many people I know actually have made a lot of money without like saying their name or just posting these websites without branding themselves or anything. They do. But we're in 2021 moving forward as the time that I'm making this video, July 15th, 2021. And it will always be relevant that you have to build a personal brand. Personal branding is what's going to stick out of everything. So one of my recent ventures was in the business capital space. So I joined another venture and I'm doing just well on that. And one thing that I show other people how to do, aside from helping clients out, I get clients who are getting business funding, is look, you got to build yourself a personal brand. Build something that people will resonate with. Like they're going to say, hey, there are 10 different people with the same products, 10 different competitors, but Michael here is so differentiated because he has a vision for, or he has the values. People will remember you for the value. So I would want to go with Michael, even though he has a similar product to this person, but this guy here has a vision and value of X, Y, and Z. And to add on, his product is much better because of the fact that blah, blah, blah. So you have to want to build this. I know there's a business side of it and there's a personal business brand. So personally, showing up and making videos where you're like, hey, this is what I'm doing today. Walked out here in front of the beach. Maybe it's a vlog, right? So, hey, I just walked into the beach, and it could be like for a good 20 seconds. Just check out what I'm doing right now. I just kicked the soccer ball, and hey, I'm just revisiting an old route of mine. And right, it doesn't have to be big. It can also tie into what you're doing business-wise, but personally, building something that doesn't tie to it is great. All right, so we have a few minutes left, and if anybody had any questions, feel free, go ahead and post them in the comment section. If I don't get them now or respond to them, please do so after the live when you're watching this on the replay. But this is it. This is a mega transformation for many of you who are like, well, where should I start? And I know this is a big thing for the health niche. That's one that I help with. Let me get a little bit of my juice first. It's a blend of like vegetables and fruits put together. It's a really nice drink. So for those of you who not only in the health niche, but if you are like I am, and you are like, well, SEO will take time. I'll work on that. YouTube will take some time. What are your alternative options? One of these being creating a Facebook group. How do I get traffic? And then asking another question, well, once I know if I can get free traffic this way, but this way takes a little bit longer, and I don't know if I want to do that. I don't think I want to post to my newsfeed and let all my family and friends know, or on my page where I don't get as much reach. But if I ran a simple $5 a day Facebook page like campaign, the light bulb just goes up. And you're like, well, it doesn't have to be just for my page. If I had a group for my niche, then I can educate people in this. So that's the number one thing that I would do today if you're just getting started in like the health niche is, yeah, you can have a blog, put that, but then put some fuel behind your Facebook group. Get that going. Get a Facebook group going. I know TikTok is the talk, Clubhouse, many other social media emerging platforms, but with but within something like Facebook, you can just work around inside of that platform day in and day out. And then when you have people on your email list, you're giving them offers to products and services, you can also send them to your reviews, right? People still want to see reviews just because they're not searching it on Google, but they're on your email list. They want to see a review. Trust me, it's crazy. And it's like so many people just don't do that enough. They send them to like their email list. Here's my freebie. Just want to make sure you got it. Here's a little welcome post. You can send them to the affiliate, but why not bridge them with a blog post, a piece of YouTube content around your niche? This applies to anything. It can be in technology, which I just recently helped a few people out. We have people in IT helping out with, people in the health niche. Many of those, I have a program for health affiliate marketing with the Healthy Affiliate platform. And if that's something that you're interested in, I'll leave that down below in the description. Sorry for that kind of a shameless plug, but I really want to help you get the most. Plus, it's for free. I give you a lot of bonuses. You're like, for free? What? It's crazy, I know. But I'm one of these very few people who over delivers, gives you actually things that you pay thousands of dollars for free. And I've debated that for some time, but yeah, going on with that, you also have people that make money online, educational type content, gardening, outdoors, anything, you name it. Okay, so that is everything from me in this video. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my beverage. Once I'm done with this, likely gonna take a break here on the couch, probably eat some of those popcorns that you've seen me eating before or heard me of, and then I will I think I'm gonna do a quick workout. Today's leg day. I'm gonna do some legs. Um, After that, I might get in the bath for a little bit just to cool off. And doing that, like I said before, when I get into the bath, it helps me to, the word, regenerate, recuperate, renew my energy reserves. Although I've already put out a lot out there, what I do there is I just lay there and I just don't focus on anything. I let everything go blank and that hot water. And so that will also help me, get my mind back in place and feel more renewed. It's not this like, oh, he takes bubble baths. Oh, he thinks he's, no, that's none of that. It's really a proven thing, and it's something that will help me, and it's part of my routine. Especially on a day like today where I'm on video, where I'm putting all this energy out on a camera, face to face. I like to just kind of sit in there and kind of let that all go away, and then start the rest of my afternoon and slash evening. But just a few things, and then I'll let you go. Yesterday was pretty cool too. My brother wanted to go with his girlfriend to the soccer park, and we ended up showing up at our local one, and they were running a camp there. So we ended up going to our old high school, right? It brought back so many memories. Like this was the high school I went to, that I built a lot of friendships with, networked with, relationships, my teachers, to my friends, to everybody, right? We're talking about like the security guard, to not only my sports coaches, other sports coaches, teachers in math and English, in classes that I not only excelled in, but other classes that I needed that push in because of senioritis. It happens. If it's happened to you, you know the feeling. But that was like, we went to the field. They have a football field. It's turf now. They changed it from grass to turf. And we just kicked the ball with us three and kind of did some long ball kicking. And then after that was done, we went to the first sports complex where the fields were taken, the turf fields, but they had a grass field. So we went there, kicked the ball into the goal. I stood in goal for my brother, and I even kicked a few penalties, kicked a couple into the goal, put his girlfriend in there, and I'm like, "You sure you want to be the goalie? You need to be careful because this kid will kick the ball hard. I'm going to kick it a little bit less. I'm going to be placing the ball a little bit more, but the ball comes to you, put your hands up. If you have time enough to get out of the way, do it." But it was just an all-around good time, and that's what we did. After we were done, we came back, showered up, and then we went to get sushi. And look at this. Last time I went to the sushi place, the plates were, I think, about $1 each. And since then, the price went up to $2.50 per plate. And this is a sushi bar. This isn't like a full round, nice restaurant. It's a sushi bar where you see the conveyor belt, and then on top of that is the sushi. So $2.50 per plate, about 28 plates total. So plus, and then the whole total was about 75. Combine everything that we did there and ate. And I was like, 75? Like, no way. Like $75 in sushi at a sushi bar. Not like a formal sit down, go on a date sushi. Not your, I'm going to sit across from you on the table. We're going to talk. We're going to drink a little bit of wine. We're going to talk about good times and see what we want to do type of a date. It was like a full round conveyor belt sushi. And you have all the little tables, the booths, and you can also sit next to the conveyor belt. But a total of $75. Doesn't matter how much I'm making. Doesn't matter if I'm doing well. It's like for sushi, I spent $75. Like that's a lot. And so I said, like, come on, for 4 people. I mean, and sushi, it's a good meal. I kind of look at it as an appetizer unless you eat a lot of it. Rice will fill you up. The fish will. But we used to not do that much, and like that much damage for $75. I'm like, well, and I ended up paying it, of course. But I was very grateful. I didn't look at the cost. I looked at the time we spent together, the laughs we had, the conversations, the meaning behind it. And so that's what I want you to take away from every of these situations you're in with affiliate marketing. I know how frustrating it is. I just got a little bit of goosebumps. It can be difficult. I know it. And it's not easy to look at yourself every single day and say, well, I'm not making that progress. You have to delay instant gratification. If you're not seeing an instant return on your investment, if I just put out a piece of content on a blog post, but I'm not getting traffic, keep posting, keep doing it. And then what happens is, don't go away from what's working. When you finally find what's working, double down on it, triple down, quadruple on it, and you're going to go even farther. So when Facebook groups are working for you, double down on it. Keep working on it. You want a blog? Put a blog behind that. Put content on it that you're going to put into your emails, that when you post in your Facebook group, you're going to be able to send people to it. If you go live, you send people to it. You send them to an affiliate sale, an offer. But this is what it's going to take now for you to wake up and realize that, hey, Michael just put out a strategy for me, and it works. Couple minutes, and then I'll go. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday, and then just the video from today. And if you need to watch any of this again, start from the very beginning or fast forward to the section that you need to remind yourself on. And I'll leave that one video. I think I already posted it if you guys have seen the link to the actual how to grow your Facebook group very fast, not only in health affiliate marketing niches, but in any other type of model and industry. So look at that video, watch it, analyze it. Don't be afraid if you're like, I'm going to put $5 in. Wow. Then that $5 can turn into 10, Michael, but then it'll be 15. You don't always burn through your budget. And you have to look at it as an investment. If what you're putting in is giving you a return, positive return, what are you going to do? Right, you're going to add more fuel to the fire. You're going to put more wood in there, right? You see a fire, you're like expecting this huge fire to warm up everybody. and it's working, what are you going to do more of? You're going to put more wood in there to keep the fire running. If you don't put more wood in, what's going to happen? The fire is not all going to completely go out by itself all the time, but it's going to almost evaporate. Oxygen is going to deprive it, right? And it's going to be gone. So to add more fuel, it's like a combustion reaction, like I talked about in chemistry metaphors. But what you want to do is you want to have some kind of a combustion reaction. And so when you put these little compounds together, the elements, you're adding fire as a combustion reaction. So the elements on the left side of the reaction, what are you doing? You're putting a Facebook ad-like campaign, you have your Facebook group, boom, 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 those two are fueling. And then the products, as a cause of a reactant, you have the combustion. And that combustion is your email list building and then the sales building on that process. Okay, so that's as simple as I'll put it in chemistry terms without getting into details, because you guys have heard of me talk about things like that. So that's everything from me. Look in the description. Have a very great weekend. If you don't hear from me again on live, maybe you'll hear from me if you're in the group. I'll post. Maybe an email will come out for you guys, but keep looking out for that. And if you need any more help, don't hesitate to ask me questions. There is no wrong question, but there is a sense in being resourceful. So no wrong question, be resourceful, right? And do everything else in the middle, right? No wrong question, be resourceful. So before you ever panic, use Google, go to social media, watch videos, read blog posts, go through social content, find the answers, be resourceful. It's not about your age. It's about you wanting to care more about your education. And if you're just looking for something like from here to here without getting everything in here. All right, so that's everything from me. Thank you. Bye.